Last time I checked, you don't even have a man. Looks like you're the one that's panini pressed.
Matty Healy, I would say, is like a disease on the loose.
I feel like we need an air horn for whenever a Bicon drops. Like, I want to hear a dun 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 dun.
Gabriette, good luck. I wish you a very iconic divorce, if it even gets to the wedding, if it even gets to the marriage.
Of course I had gay sex. I'm an actor.
I play resi like it's the stock market.
Well, the Pope said faggot again. The most lesbian thing about me is I think The Rock is sex on a stick.
No, I hate bitches that have fun facts.
Trauma at that scale needs to be, like, compensated for.
It's about divorce.
Heard. You know this is a pro-divorce podcast.
Thank God.
We are pro-divorce.
We teach girls to shrink themselves, and this right here is actually why.
Yeah. But a situationship can knock you out. Let's hold space for that. Ooh. Well, the Pope said faggot again.
I actually shouldn't be laughing. As an ally, I will sit solemnly.
Honestly, I'm gonna let you laugh.
No.
I'm gonna let you laugh. I
It's
think we
just
gotta
like,
laugh. That's all we can do.
How he just apologized. No, like he's
He
not
got
defined
that.
by his past. He said whatever.
And I kind of like, I hope he says it again. I'm actually like waiting for it at this point. I feel like I'm just at like a point in my gay career where I think it's truly comical. And I think it can't be anything else.
By gay career, I'm assuming you mean your life.
Yeah.
or your Pride Month. I know you've been going through it.
Both. You know what? That's a twofold answer, in fact. But I feel like we just had to let the people know. He's still at it.
He
Large
said
and in
it.
charge.
He said it again, and then also randomly, did you see like 50 comedians went to the Vatican?
They said, that's what's up. They said, bro, you're back at it. Like, literally. Wait, who was the person who was he with that you were like, local? Like,
Jimmy Fallon.
yes.
Like I said, in this very chair, it's actually very easy to meet the Pope. He's extremely local.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Fallon meets him. Like, my God. He's
Actually,
everywhere.
I think we kind of got a Lincoln build. We have the Pope on the top. We're like, well, motherfucker.
you guys were like Kiki. You wouldn't even like be mad.
Yeah, we're gonna like queen out, and Hunter's gonna be like, this is so inappropriate.
It'll be like Ira all over again.
Yeah.
Maybe Ira is our Pope.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway, how are you, Hunter? What are you up
I'm
to?
good. I'm looking very tan. I don't know if you noticed.
I know.
Yeah, no. I went to a wedding this weekend and it was upstate, and I don't normally like going to upstate New York, but the secret is to be hosted by people who like really know it very well. Like, and I had a lovely time. And let me say this, I think I have been in the video of every wedding I've ever been to. I'm like the club classic of being in wedding videos.
You're like kind of the ultimate wedding guest. What are you doing? Yeah. Are you dancing? Are you doing a sentimental look? Like, do you have like a thing that you return to, or is it you just playing all these different parts?
I just know when the camera's on me, and I'm like, oh. I do mean it, and then I'm like dancing, and I'm like kind of like sipping a drink in like a very like cunty way.
Cute,
I'm doing all of it.
You're kind of giving what the camera wants.
Yeah, and like we're an interracial couple, and like we're every commercial now. Like, have you noticed every commercial's interracial people?
Ben though,
no,
the swirl agenda has been large and in charge since Obama was in presidency.
It's so crazy now. Like every single commercial features an interracial couple.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I know you were talking to like one of our producers.
It needs to end. The interracial couples
like
on
Hunter,
every
relax.
commercial.
Like, we're
I
good
would not
talent.
be that rude. How are you doing? And how is Outsiders in your Spotify rotation?
It's still Soda Song, top of the charts.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
They just won a Tony.
Yeah,
best musical.
Tony heads. Let's go. Wait, your musical one too.
Stereophonic.
Yeah.
It's so crazy when I will say. Conservatively, 5 stereophonic songs are in my Spotify Wrapped this year.
Is that like
no one be surprised?
How many times did you see it, or did you just see it once and it changed your life?
I just saw it once and it changed my life.
Okay.
Once is
enough.
I actually did try to see it again though, but then I couldn't. I was busy.
Well, I'm happy for both of us. We stay winning.
Oh wait, can I just say one more win that I had?
Yeah.
In the past week?
If it's about RHONY though.
No, it's not about RHONY.
Okay.
I'm so sad to say I did not have time to watch RHONY, and it was like, I know.
Like, so you've been busy.
Like you've been running amok.
Then.
Like,
okay.
I'm telling you, it hurt being away from my girls.
I actually sensed something in the air, like something shifted.
Like I'm like,
off. Yeah.
It's hard being away from them. No, I went to dinner on Wednesday. My friend was in town, and we were seated behind Romy Mars's grandfather. You might know him as Francis Ford Coppola.
Where, like, yeah, phrasing it that way, you're so fucked in the head. Where were you?
I was at Balthazar.
So of course, yeah.
It sounds like I'm like live this glamorous lifestyle. I set a like calendar alert to get this reservation. Like I said 10 a.m. 2 weeks before. Hello.
Yeah, you do that though. You live to wake up and watch RHONY or get on Resi.
I play Resi like it's the stock market. Like
and
I'm like the Wolf of Wall Street of Resi.
Yeah, you actually are. I'm actually so happy for you. Did you freak? Did you gag? Did you say hello?
Oh my God, no. We were like back to back. Oh, okay, sorry, not your brat pants and a brat summer.
Oh my God, wait, I am in my brat pants.
Yeah.
Charli!
For those listening along, Peyton's pants are brat green.
Brat green.
Yeah, no, I didn't say hi because I was too nervous. And also Sophia was there.
Okay.
No Romy. And then I saw on Keith McNally's Instagram after that George Clooney also showed up. But I didn't actually see him with my eyes. I think I saw him walking away.
Okay. So maybe a meeting of the minds that you just missed. You should have joined them.
I should have.
You should have come up and said, I've got ideas. You would have said, sit down, pull up a chair.
Okay, we need to talk about last night.
Yeah. Sorry, the way you said that was like, I felt like we were about to have a confrontation. I was like, oh shit.
Everything I say
Did
sounds
I tweet
like
something?
that.
I don't know why. Yeah, you're a little combative today. Yes, okay, yesterday, which is another so fun, but also, as you can physically tell, so tired.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, like if you were watching this at home, for the viewers at home, I'm coming out as looking normal today. I've got a pimple patch on, I've got glasses, and I've got the best attitude I can muster.
But can we pause for a second? Peyton wears a pimple patch so people think she's 19.
I
don't think you actually have one.
I do.
No.
And I would prove it to you, but there are cameras on us right now, so I won't. I care about myself a little too much. But yesterday, also shout out to Hunter from trekking from the wedding to Grand Central to a reading I put on for Father's Day, a very holiday that comes and goes, if you will. Sorry, no shade to fathers worldwide, but I mean, Father's Day is missable. It's kind of like this guy.
I like one of a core memory in my life is my pastor growing up saying like, you know, on Mother's Day they're like 1.5 million calls on like AT&T, and on Father's Day, like 2,000. He said no one calls anyone on Father's Day. It's
that's
quiet.
How it should be. Yeah.
It was just so. I was like,
and I'm like, and why do you think that is? Come find out at my reading. I would say it was basically therapy meets trauma dumping meets like a little bit of comedy. And I actually originally had wrote a piece to share with the group. About my dad. Shout out to Louis Dix. We love him. But then I said, you know what? I'm going to save that for the book deal, planting that seed. Trauma at that scale needs to be like compensated.
You need to pay $34.99 for the hardcover. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying.
So I last minute switched my story to, and I don't want to give too much away because I actually talked about this on another podcast, but cross-pollination. And I told the story about how I, at 21, failed an attempt to be a sugar baby. And it was the most humiliating experience. I was like the hottest I've ever been. I didn't look like this right now. I looked hot. And I like tried to convince this 50-year-old man that I was like selling something that he wants. And he said, let's get you home, girl. Let's get
like
you
he
back
patted
in
you on your head and said, not quite.
No, literally patted me on the back. Like it was humiliating. Sex work is work. I'm just not ready to clock in. And I think that's
it sounds like you were ready and you were he said actually get back to the unemployment line.
Yeah. I actually like my LinkedIn, it was like it didn't fit the bill. Like he checked my resume, he said, oh no, this won't be the job for you.
He checked your resume, which was empty. It was like media internships. Like what does that prepare you for in life? Nothing.
Internships like bad exes. Like that's it. Oh, it was really diabolical. But it was a really fun event, and I'm like, oh right, like it's so reassuring to know like no one has a solid relationship with their father. Like we're really all in this together.
Yeah, but I also think there were like a lot of
I was about to be like, oh, brag. Like, good for you. Good for you. You got a healthy relationship with your dad.
Sure. What I was going to say, though, is that I was very intrigued that a lot of people had different reads of like dads. It was like daddy met on a website, like
daddy. We had some strapping involved, getting called daddy while getting pegged, and that was really beautiful.
Yeah, and then oh my gosh, you have to talk about I was runner-up in a competition.
Yes. Oh my god. I forgot you were like silver medalist.
Yeah.
We had a competition for who you had to pitch to the audience who the ultimate daddy was. Mm-hmm. And the winner was pretty good. I'm sorry. It was Lactate. Shout out to our friend AJ who really
at Garby93.
At Garby93.
Best follow on my timeline after Balled and Down.
Who really took it home with that one. But Hunter, please tell us what your pitch was. And pitch it, in fact.
My pitch for Best Daddy is Beast from Beauty and the Beast, Disney Zone. Sorry, what else do I really have to say? He's big, he's hairy, he is emotionally unavailable. He built Belle a library. He has a big house.
So he got
Ever
money.
Heard of it?
He got money, his body tea. Yeah. He's super thick, he's super pretty. Wait, all true, actually.
No, like literally all true.
All true. When he turns into a man and Belle's like, oh, uh-oh.
That's the only reasonable way to respond. Like, he turns into a man and is like ugly. Like, he's blonde and it's like, enough. Yeah. Turn him back to Beast. B to B, back to Beast. If you can't tell, I've been listening to Charli XCX nonstop.
As you should.
Yes. As someone asked last week, what were my favorite songs? Because I described them so crazily. And now I actually don't know the words. And I like...
Name them.
Actually, let me get out my phone, take it to the text. Okay.
You're like, I love the one that goes beep, beep, beep. And the one's like, like literally.
Okay, my favorites are Club Classics. Everything is Romantic.
Perfect song.
Okay, I had saved Apple before, but listening today, I was like, I don't know if I like Apple.
Not in my top 5, but
B2B, of course. Mean Girls, I see it for her, and that's controversial, I know. But you have to have been a bully in middle school to like understand how much she understands.
More on that later.
I think about it all the time.
I wish people knew what songs you were talking about when you were describing in the craziest way your favorite Charli XCX pops.
I think they did. Well, sorry, she sounds like dial-up.
Well,
but like to a beat.
Well.
This week, we are talking about Taylor Swift's ex, Matty Healy, getting engaged in the middle of her Eras tour, and Austin Butler and Glen Powell squaring up over our very online hearts. And we're joined by Scaachi Koul to talk about the new reigning Bicon, Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Yeah.
So let me just say this.
Let me say this.
Are you looking for a home for your worst opinion?
Are you a hater first and a lover of pop culture second? Consider this a glorified group chat, but no. We're not calling you out. We're calling you in. This is a safe space
to talk shit.
But of course, from Wondery, I'm Peyton Dix.
And I'm Hunter Harris.
And this is Let Me Say This.
Let me say this.
Let me say this.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
And between the 296 conservative estimate, special, double, specialer, specialist, deluxe editions of Taylor Swift's album, The Tortured Poets Department, she is actually being tortured. Her ex-boyfriend, her rebound after Joe Alwyn, Matty Healy.
Her maybe most embarrassing moment to date.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's just
what was first?
That music video.
Wildest Dreams? The Africa one?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. So third.
Anyway, Matty Healy just got engaged. Right in the middle of her Eras tour. Taylor Swift's ex gets engaged.
And for the people that have brains at work, can you please explain who Matty Healy is?
Matty Healy, I would say, is like a disease on the loose. Like I'm calling the CDC. We need to get Matty Healy under control. If you or a loved one has been affected by Matty Healy, please call the number on your screen. No, I don't. Please call someone.
No, so there's actually probably many people that would call, considering he runs amok kissing people on stage.
Yes. And so Matty Healy was unfortunately brought to my attention by Taylor Swift dating him. But he is the frontman of the band The 1975, which I haven't really listened to that much. And he is sort of notorious for the summer that he would like make out with people, like fans on stage, like a really gross, tongue forward, slobbery way.
Yeah.
He also, dated Taylor Swift right after she broke up with Joe Alwyn. And I think the consensus is that a lot of the Tortured Poets department, most of the bad songs are, like most of the songs that are, you know, very heartbroken are about him and not Joe Alwyn.
Yeah, which is upsetting.
Girl, get up. Girl, get up alert.
Really upsetting. But a situationship can knock you out. Let's hold space for that. Ooh, child. And I will say, we also have to talk about the Gabriette of it all. I mean, I was just shocked.
So he got engaged to Gabriette.
Yeah, but I was just shocked that they were even dating. That was not on my radar. That was not on my timeline. And now they're engaged. And now I'm like, you girl, get up. All the girls, get up. All the girls that... I low-key have some 1975 songs saved to my Spotify, but all the girls that listen to the 1975 that stand Matty Healy, we all collectively need to get up and rise together. But Gabriette, if anyone's aware, is a like former pop singer turned like kind of like the it girl of Instagram in many ways. Like she's also a model, but she is one of those faces, in my opinion, that was the ultimate resurgence of indie sleaze. Like that like dark cat eye, that like kind of like sunken face, that and like pouty lip, like that like where you just look a little mad. I kind of always wanted to look like one of those girls, but I'm black.
Yeah. She
I
also
have a positive attitude, but
I think her most prominent feature that I noticed is like her skinny little eyebrows.
Her skinny little eyebrows.
Like she's really like doing the skinny brow and kind of taking it with the skinny brow.
No, she has a face by God, a face that everyone now is copying. I think she's a bad bitch, which is why I'm disappointed right now, because finding out back like double homicide, found out they're dating and find out now they're engaged. That was a hard hit for me.
Oh,
it was a hard hit
on Pride Month too.
On Pride Month too. Well, I think she's straight as an arrow, but yeah, sure, I'll take it. Well, Gabriette had posted a photo on her Instagram story of her engagement ring at the Charli XCX show, captioned, "Marrying the 1975 is so brat." And as a brat stan, as we are in this house,
you got your brat pants on.
I'm taking the pants off immediately. I was like, well, if that's the case, take these off. I've got my brat pants on. It's so nasty. And these girls are just so... Charli, who's also engaged to a 1975 boy band member. I really need our girls to not... I don't really know anything about that one, but I really need them to not.
Calling the 1975 a boy band is so funny to me. Like, they're no better than any of these other... than the boy band on The Idea for You. The Idea of You. The Anne Hathaway movie.
To me, couldn't point them out in the lineup. Yeah, the same fucking people.
I kind of like, I don't know Gabriette, but like, I want better for my sister. Matty Healy is a scourge on our society. I don't even know if I'm saying that word right. I'm so mad.
I love that. Yeah. Though. I don't even care if it's right. It sounded nice.
Thanks. Thank you.
Putting that one up there.
No, he did a Nazi salute on stage.
He'll
make out with the fans on stage too, which is just like nasty and also weird.
Yeah. And he also had those racist comments about Ice Spice when he was on some radio show, calling her an Inuit Spice Girl and a, quote, chubby Chinese lady.
That's so, like, what a rotten thing to say.
Yeah.
And also, like, Tree Paine got on her cell phone, which I'm sure has every famous person's number, and said, Ice Spice, come into the studio, Karma remix now.
Yeah, and I have to tell Tree Paine, you didn't have to do that. There were other ways. We didn't need that Karma remix.
Karma is that girl, like, no.
And I
love
Ice Spice.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny.
I thought that remix was funny.
I'm glad you had fun. Some of us were hurting over here. I didn't really even need them to link up. It was like a cultural crossover I can actually like live without. But I blame Matty Healy for that shitty remix.
Yeah.
And I know Ice Spice did not like that man. I know she kind of forgave him publicly or whatever, but I know she was like, ooh, it stinks. She was holding her purse tight. She said, ooh, Pink Panther style.
Yeah.
She said, ooh, he might rob me. I don't know. Yeah. And he probably would.
I can't say a good thing about him.
He looks like he steals for fun. You know those white girls you grow up with that steal for fun?
Yes. Oh my God.
Like Victoria's Secret. Okay. I mean, actually, yeah, redistribute the wealth, go off. But like, he looks like he just smells like a cigarette or milk. Old milk.
But like both those things together is like also very nasty. Like that's kind of what I'm getting from
cigarettes
him.
And milk.
Yeah. I think his face looks like a semicolon. Like, he's always like puzzled. What could be so damn puzzling?
Is that a British thing though? Ooh. Love ya.
How dare you? Many British men don't have that problem. Why would he do this in the middle of the Eras tour? That's kind of, it feels not targeted, but
Okay.
a little nasty, a little messy.
Yeah, I don't think he's smart enough to like be getting a proper lick back or like have this be too calculated. But the timing is everything, and it's also not lost on me.
Yeah, and I do wonder where does this in Tree Paine, Taylor Swift's publicist, master calendar, does this move up the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, rumored engagement, or does it push it back?
I think it pushes it back.
She's sentenced to the Eras tour until December.
I don't think that they even want to be in a connected news story sentence together.
Yeah.
So I think it's pushing it back.
Yeah, that's true.
She's got to get far away from that man. The one thing that united Swifties, one nation under God, was one nation under
hating Matty Healy. Get this man away from her.
That was the one time we were a whole country.
But she got her look back on the album. She said, but daddy, I love him.
She did. And she should.
I think what we're getting at, though, is like, Gabriette, good luck. I wish you a very iconic divorce, if it even gets to the wedding, if it even gets to the marriage.
I feel like we need an air horn for whenever a Bicon drops. Like, I want to hear a doo-doo-doo-doo to announce that, like, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is now sort of bisexual. Like, that's how I want to say it, but we don't have those tools just yet in our repertoire. But welcome to the floor, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Happy Pride to me. I said us, but you're an ally, so me.
Oh my God.
Well, recently in her new doc, her new Life After Lockup doc, she came out in a way, let's put an asterisk on that, but said that she questioned her bisexuality for basically her life. She was smooching in, bumping coochies in prison, bumping coochies.
But that's actually what the Shawshank Redemption is about, bumping coochies in prison.
She was really having her Orange is the New Black moment. Said she kissed more girls and guys, and like before, she landed into her now current relationships with men, she was like kind of giving bi rights. Yeah.
And to talk about Gypsy Rose, we have with us Scaachi Koul. Scaachi Koul is a senior writer at Slate and the author of the upcoming book Sucker Punch, which will be out in March 2025. And she's also the co-host of Scamfluencers, a podcast from Wondery.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Brought you on to talk about some mess. But before we get into that really quickly, can you give us like the TLDR on your new book?
And when can I get my hands on it?
It's about divorce.
Heard. This is a pro-divorce podcast.
Thank God.
We are pro-divorce.
I am pro-divorce. I'm very pro-divorce. It's about divorce. It's about everything falling apart. That's basically it. You'll get a galley soon. You can pre-order it now.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. Great book cover too, by the way.
Thanks.
Oh, you ate that.
I know. It's
Yeah,
good,
you said I
isn't
know
it?
I did. I know I did. Oh, I love when a woman knows.
Yeah, it's a good one.
The cover is like brat green, which obviously we love, has like what are those called? Bloody
Brass
knuckles?
brass knuckle.
Knuckles. Bloody knuckles, Christ. And a wedding ring where obviously the ring finger would be. And then the bold font, it's really good. It's really good. I feel like I like covers that are super simple and also very clear what we're getting at. And both are accomplished here.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, really important question first to take us into the subject.
Sure.
Are you a lover or a hater?
Of what?
In general.
Just in general.
Oh, I'm a virulent hater.
Thank God.
I'm notorious.
Hater
for it.
rights.
Yeah.
Hater rights for once.
Now,
Yeah.
are you a lover or a hater of Gypsy Rose?
I'm a defender of Gypsy Rose.
Welcome.
I'm a defender of Gypsy
So we're safe
Rose.
here.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank
We're-
God. We're
it's
like-minded
safe space.
individuals.
Yeah. I think she's like, I admire anybody who is their full self, even when other people are really derisive of it. And I think she really is kind of her full self as much as she can be, which I think is interesting.
And there is something about her having grown up in this like extremely abusive, toxic environment with a mother who
give
had
us her history.
Munchausen by proxy and made her essentially fake all these ailments, all these diseases, have all these surgeries for her entire life.
Yeah.
And now she's like kind of spread her wings. In the middle she did have her boyfriend kill her mother.
Right. That kind of did happen.
Yeah.
She did do that. It is
Yeah.
an unfortunate asterisk on our way to stand-up for Gypsy
Yeah.
Rose.
But you glow through what you go through. And she's
that.
really a living testament to that.
I'm sure she had that on herself somewhere
Yeah,
to talk her
carved
through the
in.
long
Oh my
days.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I will say I love the way that like the gays, especially now that she's bi with an asterisk, really rally behind her. They're like, Gypsy, you ate that, you slayed, queen. And then everyone's like, ooh, well, I guess you did.
She slayed mother. She
Literally.
Slayed mother boots the house down.
Yeah.
Oh God. We're going to hell. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun there.
So she did spend 7 years in prison.
For
Her
sure.
boyfriend, who actually did the murder, got life in prison. But ever since then, she's like real it girl tour.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, she's having a hot girl summer.
Taylor Swift's publicist Paine herself could not have conjured up a better rollout of Gypsy Rose as a celebrity,
Why was she not in the Charli XCX 360 video?
and that's the real question.
Mm.
But Scaachi, I am curious. You have covered a lot of true crime stories, and you've appeared in documentaries about Aaron Carter, Nick Carter, Quiet on Set, the documentary about Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I need your POV. Why are we so fascinated with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and what does that say about us?
I think we're interested in her because she lacks so much context. So Gypsy is somebody who came of age in prison mostly. And if it wasn't in prison, it was with an incredibly abusive parent who was manipulating the entire world around her. I mean, when you watch the Lifetime episode about her talking about this, one of the things she talks about is how her body is covered in scars
Yeah.
from this abuse from her mom, and how she has to square away what her body looks like as an adult now that has been impacted by all this abuse. Like thinking about the teeth that she had pulled, that her mom had pulled so she could have feeding tubes put into her mouth. Like there's a level of physical and psychological abuse that she has withstood that has made her a fundamentally different person, regardless of then the prison sentence that she was given that put her, again, even further out of context. So now she's entering our world, and she's kind of like somebody who was frozen in amber at some point and has been released now in the world. And so she's using all these weird words that like don't sound natural. Like when she says panini pressed, it's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And we need an air horn for that too.
Yes,
I've got a little
for
something
sure.
up my
I think
sleeve.
you should just cut that audio and use that as every time a new bi icon drops, you can use her saying, I guess you're just panini pressed.
Yeah.
It's mortifying the way when you watch a teenager go through puberty. That is mortifying, which I have great respect for because puberty's hard.
But I also didn't realize she's like 33, I
Yeah.
think. I thought she was so much younger. And that has so much to do with like the time loss and what's been done to her body,
Yeah.
of course, too.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of, I guess it's a surprise for you.
Oh God, I feel you.
Did you buy
feel
me a
your
cameo? Did you
anticipation.
get me a Gypsy cameo?
Come on in, Gypsy Rose. No, it's actually this. I'm gonna butcher it, but it's fine. It's like, honey, I'm not worried about you. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. You're just mad that I have a Chad. And last time I checked, you don't even have a man. Looks like you're the one that's panini pressed. Call a spade, honey. Keep making content. Sorry, Emmy.
I didn't like that at all.
Joey King, pack your bags.
I mean,
didn't
for
like- I
you,
Yeah.
you can't give an Emmy to yourself.
I just did. History happened.
She kept looking at me while she did
I
it.
did.
which
You like the
really-
direct
I
eye
really
contact?
did not like
no,
the
no,
eye
it was
contact.
for you.
Oh, it made me feel
Scaachi's like,
unsafe.
I'm not panini pressed. I'm
Yeah,
actually
no, I'm
pizza
like, good,
open to the
I'm
world.
as loose
Scaachi
as
gets
possible
up.
on this.
Somebody leaves the podcast. Well, I'm so glad you enjoyed that as much as I did.
Yeah, thanks. That was
her story
That was really
happened.
good.
But I love her social media presence, like just her vernacular. Like it's so, dated and
Yeah.
also.
But think about
juvenile,
if you
but
had gone
cunt.
viral when you were like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no greater disaster could have happened to me than anything I'd ever said in puberty
For sure.
becoming available for public consumption.
Yeah.
But that kind of awareness only comes like after adolescence. Like I was embarrassed when I was an adolescent, but then you have to grow into like, oh, that's why I was feeling that. Hello, Inside Out 2.
Jesus.
But I wondered, what do you see? Do you see her developing that ever? Like, do you think that she'll ever become self-conscious in that way?
I hope not.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the point?
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
I think most of us live with too much self-consciousness.
Yeah.
So I don't really desire that for almost anybody. And
Yeah.
self-consciousness does not cure people of most of their ills. It doesn't make them nicer. It doesn't make them better people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It just creates a kind of anxiety vortex that then we all have to live in with you because you can't talk to other people. Now this social interaction has become unpleasant.
Mhm.
But I mean, I don't know, maybe, but ultimately she's lacking something really fundamental, which are those first 20 years of
Yeah.
developmental life.
Yeah.
When you figure all this stuff out, and she did not have a safe place to do that. So she's going to do it now.
Yeah.
And it's still not a safe place to do it because now she's doing it on the internet, which is one of the worst places in the world.
The internet,
But
the
yeah,
worst
and
hell
yeah,
on earth.
hell on
Everyone,
yeah.
earth.
everyone is behind her. I mean,
Yeah.
people love her to like an icon degree.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, I mean, we're talking about divorce. She is famously going through a divorce.
I
And
know.
when I knew it was going to be a hot girl summer was when I saw those photos of her smoking a cig with her ex-man, now her current new man. I said, the bitch is back. I said, with a nose job too. I said, that's my girl. That's
I
my,
thought it was
oh.
I thought it was when she got she was wearing like tiny leather shorts and a sweater that had like pearls on top.
Oh.
And she
Oh, I
dyed her
missed
hair
that.
blonde at some point.
I didn't
There's
see
a lot
that.
going
Oh,
on.
I love our Gypsy Rose moments.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
have one. We all
I
have
also
one.
have to clarify that she let me make sure I have this right. She had a boyfriend in prison
Mm.
and then married a different man
Yes.
Mhm.
and then divorced him and went back to her prison.
Yeah,
bae,
Ken.
if
Yes,
you will.
yeah, who
Yeah.
she was defending in that speech.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting the girls off her man's back.
Because they're all
Because they're all
so jealous.
running.
Yeah.
It was me. I'm the girl that left the comment being like,
I would like to know who that woman was, and I think you should tell us.
It was
tell
my
us
burner
if
account.
it's you, because
Yeah.
I have questions.
No, break your silence. We want to know. What do you think is next for Gypsy Rose, both of you?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Or what do you want for her?
Yeah.
You can make it up.
I want her to do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
I think she's earned it.
She kind of
Um,
is.
Yeah. I kind of don't want her in the public eye. Like I want her to I would be like, oh my gosh, I need her to be like, I don't know, on a red carpet. But at the same time, I'm like, I need her to live her best life.
Well, we kind of want her to go away because we know how cruel it can be to be discussed by, 3 ethnics on a podcast. Like that's a tough racket,
We're in her
and she's
corner.
in
We're
on
in her
it for sure.
corner.
And this is like the most generous version of it, and it's
Right.
still tough.
We
Right.
breezed on by the murder of it all.
But
We did
it's
go,
still
"Eh."
brutal. We're still like pulling apart every weird thing she says, thinking about her outfits, questioning her maturity level, talking about how old she is, that she
Yeah.
seems younger. Like this is the best version of public discourse that she could get. It's rough still.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, maybe I would hope for her sense of well-being that she would disappear. But for my interest, like, oh, I hope she like starts a company and, like develops a florid TikTok presence.
Yeah.
And, I'm curious like what her life's going to look like, but I have no idea. I don't know that she knows. She's been out of prison for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not been
Like
very
she's
long.
fresh out.
Yeah.
Like
Fresh out the slammer. That was a Taylor Swift song from the Tortured Poets Department. Sorry.
okay. I didn't know
Sorry,
that.
sorry.
That was out
Excuse
of
me.
my...
We gotta move on. Our sheer like, oh, grown.
I immediately regretted it.
I can
too.
tell too. You kind of shrunk up. You're like,
I-
oh shit.
we teach girls to shrink themselves, and this right here is actually why.
Yeah. it was kinda
Sometimes
necessary.
it's worth it.
I
Yeah,
do-
sometimes girls need to be
Yeah.
shrinking.
I do want her to have like an under the Tuscan sun. Like I want her to like have a big vacation. That would be really amazing.
I'd like her to
Sure.
be able to date some of these people without marrying them or
Yes.
writing public screeds about them. Like she
Yeah.
needs to learn part of like hot girl summer is that like they're not all your boyfriends. Like some of them are just men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like her to get into the
Dive into your
I'm just
situation.
fucking them area of
Yes.
this.
And
then
I
move
think that was the kind of strange part to me about her getting married right out of prison or like as she was exiting prison is that you have so much to explore. Like go
yeah.
on a hoe trip, have a hot girl summer, like really explore, experiment, and then settle down. But I think it is the kind of like rushed adolescence, like when you could not experience anything
Yeah.
due
Yeah.
to
You're
abuse
just
and
excited.
captivity,
Yeah.
then you really are excited.
Yeah.
In the doc, it seems like her family does really want that for her. Like they're all very against Miss Mans, the husband. Like they all are apprehensive about that relationship, which obviously ended and like for good reason. I will say, given this recent news about her being a munch, is like maybe Gypsy Rose hits the street. Let's go, girl. It's still Pride. Call me. Like we got a few clubs to hit up. I say if she was photographed with like hear me out, Ruby Rose. They both need the PR.
I would have to lie down for 500 years if I saw that photo.
It would
That would be like if
shake
you
the
showed
nation.
a pioneer that, like they would fall apart. My whole brain would be like full ego death. I wouldn't be able to return.
I'm Gypsy Rose's tree Paine.
I also
Yeah.
need to know, Peyton, why is Ruby Rose top of mind for you?
Because the name, obviously.
Ruby Rose.
Gypsy
Oh,
Rose, Ruby
I
Rose.
see.
I thought
I
that would
see.
be like a fun
I
thing.
see.
That they could, sorry, I'm
War
just
of the
a
Roses. If they
wordsmith.
break up, that'd be great.
A
Okay.
great divorce. See, there's like something
You guys are thinking ahead.
and now you're kind of eating.
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, watch this space. I went more from let's go bi turned lesbian Gypsy Rose. Call me Gypsy. We have work to do. Let's link and build. Happy Pride from me and the Pope. There we go.
Scaachi, thank you so much for joining us. This is why you're in every documentary, because you
Yeah, I'm
really
good
come
at
with a
it.
soundbite
Yeah,
prepared.
I
Like
know.
you're like teacher's pet of documentary
Thanks.
filmmakers.
What a weird
Um,
thing for me to think about later. That confluence of words.
No, I mean it
Huge
like as
compliment
the
from Hunter. Huge
highest
compliment from
praise.
Hunter, I
Like,
swear.
I'll take it.
Frederick
Thank you.
Wiseman needs to call you. Anyway, where can people follow you?
You can find me everywhere at Slate, on Substack, or on Instagram at Scaachi, SCAACHI.
And once again, when does Sucker Punch come out?
Sucker Punch is out March 11th, 2025, and you can pre-order it now.
Period.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You know, I thought that I would be done standing bravely behind white men, but we are so back. Oh, we are so back. Because when I tell you, I recently did a double feature of Anyone But You on the plane, and then I watched Netflix's new Hitman starring my man, Glen Powell. That is a star.
Speak on it. Speak
That's
on
a
it.
star.
Speak on it.
And
Speak
a
on
star
it.
in a way that I am like, oh, you're the people's princess. Like this kooky little Netflix movie, which actually was really good. I had so much fun watching it. He was like, I'll be silly. I'll be sexy. I'll give you anything you want. What do you want, girl? I'll give it to you. Like that's how he acts to me. Like especially in he's like a charcuterie board like for women. Like I think something about him that really puts a little twinkle in my eye is that he is kind of like a goofy little hot regular boy.
Yeah.
that.
No, that's a really good way to put it.
Like he's not trying to be like, oh, I'm a star. Like he's like, I'm a girl's man. I'm a guy's guy. I'm whoever you want me to be.
I love a man who like works for women's approval and appreciation when so few men do that. And he's putting in the work.
He is.
And you know, I have to say I was an early adopter.
And you were.
I bought low and am holding stock term. Ever heard of it? Ever heard of the stock market?
Actually, I'm not that rich.
On Glen Powell stock. I have been obsessed with him since 2016. The Richard Linklater movie, Everybody Wants Some, 2 exclamation points. And when I tell you that Richard Linklater invented baseball so that Glen Powell could have something to do in this movie, like it's just a movie about guys being bros.
Bros
like,
being dudes.
Yeah, like dudes being kind of lover boys. Like there's so much like homoerotic tension in that movie. Have you seen it?
No, but add to cue.
Oh,
Say,
God, it's
you said
so-
homoerotic tension. I literally sat up. That was crazy.
Well, every boy in that movie, except for Blake Jenner, is cute.
Love.
And yes, but there's also one scene where Glen Powell like actually activates every cell in my body. This like one line reading where he's like, "What's your boyfriend do?" And it's like, it's so good. You have to like watch the context of the
I
movie,
wasn't
but
sold on that, but
I'm
but
doing
I'll
my
go back
best.
to
I'm
the-
doing
I'll
my
go back
best.
to
I'm
the
doing my best.
homoerotic
I
tension.
have been asking for a Glen Powell cover of GQ for like literally years.
Yeah. I think his time is now. I mean, I was only radicalized when I saw him in, I keep calling it the Aviator movie. What is that? Like, what is that movie where they're in the planes having the time of their lives?
Oh, Top
Tom
Gun.
Cruise. Top
Gun.
Gun.
Top Gun
Yes.
Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
He, oh my God, on that beach catching that little
He took
football.
it. He took it. And did you know? I hate to be a bitch with a fun fact, but did you
You love to
know?
be a bitch with a
no,
fun
I
fact.
hate bitches that have fun facts. Did you know that he originally auditioned for the Miles Teller role, didn't get it, and they wrote a whole role for him and like beefed it up so he could be in that movie because they
Period.
saw the vision.
Okay,
Like,
history happened.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And let me say this, like, my whole family loves Glen Powell.
Yeah, because he's for the people. He's for all the people.
I went to see the movie Devotion, also about planes, with my 86-year-old uncle. And Uncle and I were second row, and we were loving every minute of the movie.
Second row, that didn't hurt your neck.
Oh, like second row in one of the theaters where it's like back seating. Like there wasn't like the second row was like comfortable.
I was like, why are you torturing your uncle like that?
No, he actually was like, I was like, we can sit in like the earlier row. And he was like, no, we have to like, let's get the good seats. Like, and that's shout out to Uncle.
Yeah. I feel like Glen Powell at this point in his career and at this point in my life is kind of taking it for White Boy of the Week. I think he's kind of top of the pyramid right now.
Yeah.
Who's doing it like him?
He's top of house. He's top
he's top of house for like everybody. Kids love him. Uncles love him. Black girls with a podcast love him. Lesbians love him. That's crazy.
I also love that he's like a little bit messy because one time in 2017 I tweeted, why would you hire Scott Eastwood when Glen Powell exists? And he liked it.
Wait.
He liked the tweet. That's
Glen,
how
come
online
on
he is. No,
pod.
like he's like kind of my sister.
Wait, yeah, no, he ate that. He was clicking like this. And making a little face. Yeah,
this was also a time when Scott Eastwood had a relevant acting career, just for context. If it sounds like weird now.
Yeah, you like tweeted it yesterday.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, we know. Yeah. I also will say there's this video that I just have to bring up that I saw on Twitter of
him getting his makeup done.
Yes, the time lapse of him getting his makeup done, and he's yapping the whole time. He really should be on this podcast.
No,
that's what we do best.
Like gums flabbing,
whole
like
time.
Really like yapping.
I need the audio leaked, please God. Whatever
actually,
hairstylist has that.
It made me tired to watch. I was like, I can't imagine talking that much.
Do you think people think that about our podcast? They're like, shut it down.
No, after we finish recording, I like go into an echo chamber and like
silence.
Like go into a dark room, draw the curtains.
Okay, wait, important. If we're saying Glen Powell's taking the top billing, who's his competition? Who are the runner-ups?
And you know it's Austin Jamal Butler.
Ooh, Black King. No, I take that back. Actually.
But
Bronze King.
I think Bronze King.
King.
Yeah.
Bronzer King.
I mean, oh my gosh. I'm trying to explain why I saw Elvis, the movie, in theaters. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Oh,
actually, that's not true. I saw it in theaters twice, and then I got a new TV, and the first movie I watched on the TV was Elvis.
But you hate Elvis.
I don't
Butler.
care about Elvis, but Austin Butler was like really selling it to me. Like, oh, what if you're in 1965 and like you've never seen a white man shake his hips in like an appealing way? Like he's like the first white boy with like something going on.
White boy with a little dip in his hip, a little swag. Wait, was Elvis your intro to Austin?
Other than Hannah Montana, is that what he was on before?
He was on the Carrie Diaries, which I skipped. Shout out to Anna Sophia Robb though. Wait, so what took you to him? What led you to Austin? Elvis, maybe.
Elvis. And then, he, really wiped the floor with some other people, won't say who, not Zendaya, in Dune 2.
Dune 2 was where I woke up.
I
was fast asleep. I was tucked in bed. I had chugged an NyQuil and I said, I am so sorry.
Didn't you also see Dune 2 without having seen the first Dune?
No. I saw the first Dune the day before. But I watched it not in theaters. Sorry, not a true cinema girl.
Yeah, I went to film school.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm also very excited for Bike Riders, his new movie with Tom Hardy.
What's that supposed to be about?
Men on bikes, motorcycles.
Good enough for me. All right. Wait, Tom
Vroom
Hardy.
vroom.
Your little weak wrist doing that vroom vroom was horrific to witness. Oh my God. Oh, I'm taking a sip of this water like it's wine. I'm like, oh Jesus. Wait, I actually know nothing about that movie at all, but I am into a Tom Hardy. Speaking of white, I guess he's never not the white men of the current week, but he was once a white man warrior of the week. He was holding it down for the white boys, Tom Hardy and those lips back in the day.
The Inception trailer when he pulls up the big gun.
We must dream a little bigger, every episode I do a bad British accent.
What?
Why?
Does he even say it in that movie?
He said, we must dream a little bigger, darling, and he pulls out a big gun. Come on.
We're talking about the same scene, but
I went to film school. You don't remember that scene from Inception?
No, I don't remember how Inception went. I'm not in high school fighting at a lunch table.
In many ways, I am. It's pride. I am. Oh my God. And I'm losing. Yeah, he actually, not that this is really about Tom Hardy, but I do have to hold space for the one interview he said where he said, of course I had gay sex. I'm an actor. And no one's ever been realer since that moment. Step up and give a good quote, goddammit. Love it.
I also have to hold space for
who?
a
What white
little
boy?
a little boy called Josh O'Connor.
Heard of him?
My Patrick Zweig. Ever heard of him? Now he's a priest in those photos released from the Knives Out threequel, Knives Out 3. Yeah, he's playing a priest. And I've never related to Fleabag more. And then I was like, finally a priest does something for me.
Wait, again, because Fleabag made you kind of...
yeah. I don't know.
Really? I was like...
I liked it. I didn't love it.
I was like,
liked
talk about
Andrew
the
Scott
Catholic
as an
Church,
actor.
maybe. Let me give the Pope a call. I gotta give him a visit. Oh, whatever that meant. Yeah. No, Josh O'Connor, he's booking. Number 3. Are we placing him number 3?
If we're doing a ranking, yes, he's number 3, but could move up.
I think he has all the material to move up. I think he's got the fan cams. He's got the bisexuals. He's got after this, probably the Catholic Church.
Yeah, no. Pope texting his friends, we're so back.
Yeah.
Josh O'Connor as a priest.
He's got shooters.
We're here.
Yeah, good PR, thank God. Yeah. We need this win. Yeah. And then he turns out to be the killer or something in the movie. No, okay, I can agree with that. I can agree Josh O'Connor taking the number 3 spot. Number 4, someone we've conversed hard about on this podcast. Paul Mezcal is how I said it. Ooh, like I'm in Tulum. Paul Mezcal, I would say, is taking the number 4 white boy of the week spot.
It's funny. I always, I am like so ambivalent about Paul Mescal, and then I forget that I'm like awooga eyes, like banging on a table.
Yeah.
Like, wait, he's so hot.
Yeah, there's BTS photos released from the Gladiator movie he's filming, and I said, that's a thigh. That's a thigh first and a man second. Yeah. I said, Phoebe, baby. Fumbled that little bag. Get back on your Zoom, girl. Call him.
Imagine like you dump someone and then they
play the Gladiator.
No, and they have to like go make a huge movie and like have like workouts paid for like months and months. Like look the best they've ever looked. Like that would end.
No, I'd kill myself.
That would end me.
There's a gun, it goes off. It's in my hands. I would be like, you're joking. I actually would really, really hate that experience. I had an ex who was a model, is modeling, and even that kind of like chills my bones a bit. Because I was like, I'm supposed to be the pretty bitch in the equation. And you're a guy and you're taking the pretty bitch card. So, you know, in solidarity with Phoebe Bridgers.
But Paul in these photos is not pretty. He's like big. He's buff. He's like
which shows you he's a man who could do both. He gives you like pretty little simp with that little chain and normal people.
Yeah.
And now he's giving you that's Dwayne The Rock Johnson's understudy.
Don't bring The Rock into
Oh my God,
this.
I think The Rock is sexy. Sex.
Ugh.
The most lesbian thing about me is I think The Rock is sex on the stick.
I forgot that you have this opinion. That's so crazy. Yeah. I'm sorry. He is like so like neutered by capitalism to me. I have no thoughts about him in my head as like a sex symbol. I do have to say though, honorable mention for also in Bike Riders, Mike Faced.
Oh,
he's like so baby girl cute to me.
Yeah, he's got to kind of step it up though.
But then again, you think about his booty shot in Challengers. He led every scene booty first.
Yes, he did.
I said,
even in the bed with his kids.
You're caked up. You're caked the fuck up.
He said, how about that ass though? Wait, that and the video of him dancing at that wedding.
Oh, yes.
Taking it.
Yes.
I love a dancer boy, Tom Holland. Tom Holland right below. Okay, Tom Holland and Mike, they got to get in the gym.
Tom Holland with his little bangs. They're kind of cute.
His little turf bangs. I don't know if
they're not turf bangs.
They're turf adjacent.
They're like in it. Top of the morning.
We've got to get into a dialogue class.
I would call it. That's what I would call the bangs.
Okay, honorable mentions: Mike Weiss, Tom Holland.
And okay, wait, one more honorable mention.
Okay, fine.
Harris Dickinson. Ever heard of him?
Heard down. Did I see and weep watching the fucking Iron Claw? Yeah, I did. He had the best accent out of all of them, and he's the only one that's not American.
Yeah. Well, that's acting. That's acting for you.
That's something we can't do because our accents are crazy. Wait, really good one. Really good reference.
Because I feel like I know him. I see him around the city all the time via those Prada summer ads that he's like on every kind of Subway thing, every like wheat paste. I'm like, oh my gosh, he looks so like cute.
He's such a boy for a girl in New York City.
Yeah, and his skin is so, I mean, obviously it's airbrush, but it's like, wow.
No, that's a pretty bitch. Imagine I was like, and that's my ex-boyfriend that I was talking about. But Harrison, if you want to be my ex-boyfriend, we can kind of, every podcast I try to be like, pitch to. I need to get over that.
I have tweeted Hunter Harris Dickinson so many times. Like we need to link and build.
Okay, I'll quote tweet Peyton Harrison and let's just see. Let's do it over.
You don't
and
even
over
know his damn name.
Oh shit.
It's Harris.
So what did I say?
Harrison.
I said Peyton. What did I say?
That's her couple name, Harrison.
That's pride, actually. That's pride. But that's pride telling my brain, be gay. Relax and be gay. Stop trying to do this whole bye bit. I'll let him book though. I'll let him get the honorable mention little. Let's see where he lands.
Yes, I have to say maybe a little watch this space in parentheses for Callum Turner. He did submit his self-tape for White Boy of the Week, and maybe he'll get a call back.
Dua Lipa's
maybe
boyfriend?
There'll be a little bit of motion.
Is that Dua Lipa's boyfriend? Okay, until he's not known as Dua Lipa's boyfriend, then we can talk.
He's known as the guy in the Plane TV show, not movie, which is Uncle's favorite show right now.
We gotta get your uncle on the pod.
I know.
And we have to ask him, who's your white boy of the week?
It'll be Glen Powell.
Yeah.
I think what we're getting at, someone's name is missing. Someone's name has not crossed these lips. Timothee Chalamet, step it up.
Shaking. We gotta call Club Chalamet. We gotta link and build. We gotta work. We gotta get him.
Club Chalamet's on her Zoom. She's furiously typing, like getting him back to the pyramid.
Absolutely. Well, that's it for this week. We are 2 online, so you don't have to be. Let's hope and pray that Matty Healy catches a stray.
He is a stray. Girl, be serious.
Okay, you ate that. And Gypsy Rose, please, queen, keep up the good work. We will be tuning in. We will be watching. We will be standing.
And we will be I will be refreshing Club Chalamet like it's my job to see how she reacts to him being knocked off the top.